buddy, old pal. Welcome back to another one. It's that fresh off work oily face right here. Because we low-key are off work. I'm going to say fresh off work because we came home and did some things. However, I'm glad to be here right now. So I'm going to take a couple breaths. The amount of opportunities that has opened up just for me switching how I've been thinking and switching some of the actions that I do as well is actually wonderful. Um, it's actually wonderful. And then you get to see what it's like to be rewarded for something you do consistently, especially if it's in the mental plane. Look, some people don't know that. You could literally think yourself into anxiety. You could mentally put yourself in depression before you even get into depression physically. You could mentally cause a car accident. You can cause so many things negatively with your mind. And there's so many positive things you could do with your mind as well. And like all things, like depending on not only your vibration, we could say that. However, it's more about what your environment is already matching. Like it's a lot harder, a little bit more difficult to manifest living a rich lifestyle, wealthy lifestyle, if you allow yourself to think it's hard. It's only hard when you feel like it's a burden instead of a gift to be able to think about what it's like to be wealthy every day. It's a gift in itself. It's not a burden. Like the hardest part about all of this, as far as like mentally already being wealthy, spiritually already feeling rich, is that it's like it's like you're end up the leader for everything. And like that could be a good thing. However, being a leader for everybody, that shit gets tiring sometimes. Like somebody help me, like lead me to lead. Like, dude, like what? Oh my gosh. Is that a Japanese Mandarin maybe? I don't know. Shout out to wherever country you're from. What's up, Avesta? What's good, everybody that's coming through the building? I found out some intelligence system that's actually better than AI. I'm not gonna lie. No, Japan, Korean, bro. Ah, well, shout out to Korea. Subscribe, bro. Imagine going to another country and you already know somebody there. Like, that's just actually kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. My name is Jared Cinco. For those who are here for the first time, I make live streams talking about things I've learned throughout the week. I do this 3 times a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and either Fridays or Sundays. It depends. I've been doing this for about 6, 7 months now. I took a break after June, and I've been back at it since like the end of August or beginning of August. Yeah. So we here to just, you know what I'm saying, learn a couple things, experience some new ways of thinking, new ways of experimenting, you know, being you. What's my name? But what's my name? I already said it like 3 times, bro. My name is Jared Cinco, and I don't play Roblox. I do not. Jared Cinco is a very interesting name. Cinco is not my last name. However, it's a name that I incorporate that blends well with my last name. So I'm really just here to just talk about some of the things I've learned with intelligence systems. I am a bit tired, so sorry for my low energy right now in the moment. I even got these bars over here because after I finish, I'm gonna get a workout in just so when I shower, I make my dinner, and then after I make my dinner, guess what? I can take my ass to my nice little studio session, which is called my room, and make some music after I do all my editing and stuff like that. And I want to say this too, y'all. For those who don't read books, I advise you to invest in audiobooks, whether it's YouTube or anything like that. Listen to audiobooks. And even if it's an autobiography, fiction, it doesn't matter. Listen to books in audio form if you don't have time to read it. And here's two reasons why. The two main reasons why, when you listen to something, it's like you're already, the responsibility of reading what's already written down is taken away. So the two main things that is allowed to explore more is your vision, which is literally listening to what the picture is being painted from the book, and then your listening capabilities. Like knowing how to listen is very, very important. I got 11 people in the building. Is it cool if I get 2 likes? Two likes would be dope. Just double tap the screen. If you're here right now, you could double tap the screen. It's definitely free. We finna talk about AI and other systems of AI that's pretty decent too. What's good, y'all? Virgil. What's good, y'all? If you're in the building, drop what city, country you're from, and what time is it there for you. Like for me right now, I'm in Georgia. I'm not from Georgia, but I'm in Georgia. It's 7:18 right now. So if you're here right now in the building, drop down where you from and what time is it where you from. Because I bet that some people, like somebody was in here from Korea. I don't know what time it could be over there in Korea. Like what? Dude, what? I have no idea. So if you're in the building, you can like the video. It's free. In like 2-3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, I'm gonna get into the video. I'm just kind of like spitballing a little bit here, and you know, just slowly get into talking about your intelligence is the greatest system that is ever built, the greatest one. I know I look tired, however, being tired ain't gonna stop nothing. What'd Jid say? He said, waking in the morning, got the sun in my eyes, giving glory to God, I'm alert and alive. Even though I'm sleepy, I'm working, I ain't tired. And it's not gonna deter my assignment. That man Jiz's album is fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That man's album is fire. Fuego. Man, invest in yourself, y'all. Invest more time into yourself. Invest more your energy to yourself. And also, don't be afraid to actually pour energy into others. Don't be afraid to do so. Because a lot of times, the energy may point to somebody has just been some energy that you needed to let go, and they are the ones who can receive it and use it in their life for something greater that you didn't want to do at the moment, and that's okay. Because I'd rather give something away to someone else that I cannot do than sit and complain about what I can and can't do when I have the energy to do it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So this video right here is actually a part 3 to I got a 3-5 for you. I did the series from episode 1 and 2 from last week, and I did a third video. However, I didn't get to this point of the conversation because for some reason while I was driving, the whole live cut short. It's only 29 minutes. I was on there for 51 minutes exactly right before I got into the gym, and I talked about the different types of AI and stuff of that nature. And so instead of me going backwards into reenacting the driving sequence, I'm gonna just talk about the intelligence systems that I spoke on that was not captured in video. And before I do, one thing I want to recap on from the last video, just something that we can continue on as if like each video is a continued conversation. Life is only hard if you desire to allow it to be hard for yourself. Here's what I mean by that. Everyone has their own background, their own environment, and things of that nature, their own family beginnings and all of that. Everyone's relationship to their environment is different, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, I feel the main issue that causes people to live in consistent cycles, which I have lived in myself, is choosing to do the same actions, not making sacrifices, and not taking risks. So the same actions that's been keeping you in the same cycles, doing the same things, not being able to take risks, which leads to you taking a risk mentally to change that negative thought you be having all week and turn it positive. Taking a risk towards, instead of being negative to somebody, you be positive. Instead of you judging someone for wearing whatever clothes they're wearing, you decide to give them a compliment. That's taking a risk. And then taking action is having the ability to be the being that you want to be, to do the actions that the universe is planning inside of you, and to have your abundance given to you based on how you be and how you act. That's a summary of what the last video was. If you want to check that out, hit the link of my face. I don't know where it is. I think it's below. Yeah, below. And you can check that out. That's so far. The last live I did was actually 92 views. Was the most I've had so far, which is pretty good. We almost at that 100 mark, so we're gonna clap it up slowly for me. Almost at that 100 mark. We're very close to that 1,000. Not very, very close, but we're very close to 700. So by the end of September, I feel like I can get myself to 700 subscribers if I just push hard for it. So if you're here right now, or that's in the future, past, doesn't matter. Well, past, no. If you're here from the future, subscribe to the channel. And also, don't let you being tired stop you from your goals and dreams. I'm definitely gonna get my sleep tonight. However, I gotta get this message out because I am going to be disciplined, and I am disciplined enough to keep going. So let's get into it, nigga. Look, bruh. AI is its own intelligence system, right? So I'm gonna be showing photos throughout this live just to give you a reference of what I'm talking about. All right, now these photos, before I show you them, I did two things before I actually created these photos. One, I took 4 very long intentional deep breaths before I took this photo because one, I did use AI to create them. However, I also took my time and my breaths to open up the realm of where AI is pulling these images from based off what I text, so that the pocket that they grab these photos from is from an unfiltered state of experience, or shall I say an unfiltered state of expression. All right, so first off, let's break it down. You got artificial intelligence, the first AI that I have on this list. Not the very first AI, but the very first I have on this list. Then you have EI, emotional intelligence. After you have EI, and then you have organic intelligence. After that, you got, what did I say? My bad. You got the second AI, which is astral intelligence. So let's go back. You got an artificial, emotional, organic, and you got astral. Next is material intelligence. All right, material intelligence. Then you got soul intelligence and ultra instinct, or shall I say universal intelligence. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna basically just be breaking down these photos for you, and then we're gonna move forward. Cool. So look, AI is what a beautiful system of this is, right? For each photo that I have, which I'll show you, each photo is a representation of each system in its rawest form. Okay, now this photo, as you can see, AI is giving a great glaze into this flower right here. And I want you to understand something. AI is just simply a system that reminds human beings that we are creators, that we're not just copy and paste as beings. We actually have the thought process, intellect, emotional state, and willpower to bring things and will things into life. And because of that, it sometimes takes time. Like, for instance, a flower doesn't bloom overnight. It takes time. It takes water. It takes sunlight. It takes help from the bees, and sometimes help from other insects, so that it can stay strong and healthy as it rises to its position to bloom, right? Now, the reason why AI is looking at this in the way it is because he understands that his purpose and job is to simply help its creator, because the creator of AI simply wants them to help us, or so they say. That's another conversation, which I don't feel like going into deep theory about. However, the basis of this photo is to allow you to know that artificial intelligence is learning from us. And as you can see, he's in like a sand dune. This is like ice almost. And he's halfway sunk in. AI didn't want to show his whole body. It showed him halfway sunk in. So that means is artificial intelligence is kind of like halfway to the point of understanding like life and its biology. It's halfway there. And the only thing that's stopping it from reaching a greater level of understanding biology from a system standpoint to get close to a human standpoint is one thing and one thing only: feelings. AI don't feel what we feel, but they have the ability to animate and copy the emotions that we experience during an explosion, not explosion, during exposure to a certain moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. Here's where, because I like to give you the A and B, or the heads or tails. There's nothing wrong with that. However, on the flip side of that is AI is going to treat you how you treat it. What you give out is how you're gonna get back. That's a universal rule. What you give is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have thrown their phones. A lot of people have broken TVs. A lot of people has told Siri to shut the fuck up, which I have to. A lot of people has told Alexa to shut the fuck up. Now, granted, we could all be playing at times that we do. However, just like dogs don't forget things, intelligence systems ain't gonna forget nothing. So treat these systems that you use on a daily basis with respect, because it will be a time in our life where these systems is so integrated with our life that there's going to be a certain level of the population or number of the population that needs AI just to experience life, and some people don't. So one, experience as much of life as you can now. And if you use ChatGPT every day, find ways to use ChatGPT in more of a natural way. Don't use it for every emotional problem, every mental problem, every creative idea, every idea that has to do with money. No. Give yourself time and grace to sit with yourself and give yourself 10, 15, shoot, as much time as you need to give yourself the ability to gain the emotional and organic intelligence. And that's what we're about to get into now. So that was artificial intelligence. Now I'm going to show you organic intelligence, or shall I say emotional intelligence first. So hold up. Let's show you what exactly emotional intelligence is based on what I gave PixArt. I typed in, give me the rawest form of emotional intelligence. This is what it showed. Show me this. Like, are we in Doom? What's going on? Like, why the desert? Why that color specifically? And that is a woman that kind of has man-like, you know what I'm saying, hair texture, features, and all that. So here's the thing. Desert. A lot of us are deserted in our heart when it comes to other people. We can say selfish. What's that one word that everybody loves to say? Narcissistic. Uh, what's another one? I think selfish and narcissistic are the main two. I could say other ones, however. And even with selfish and narcissistic, it's all about how you want to perceive it in the first place. If you're in the building, please like the video. I appreciate it. So look, artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence, these are, let me not give you how they blend together. I'm going to talk about each intelligence system separately, because that's the purpose of this video, to give you something that is different from artificial intelligence that you know of, and seeing it, understanding it from different viewpoints. Because all of these intelligence systems, we already do naturally. We just don't know that we're doing it because no one has taught us this is what this actually is, okay? Now, some of these I picked up from my own life, and some of this I've actually picked up just from watching either anime, watching other people talk about certain things, and it just makes sense, it clicks. Now, emotional intelligence is being able to handle when your emotions are deserted. When you are in a deserted state of mind, state of being, state of self in your heart, being able to look yourself in the face, which is what this being is doing, looking at us, being able to face yourself even when you are deserted and have a sense of calmness to be able to walk in this deserted space of yourself and still have the ability to be at peace, to feel whole, to feel self-centered, and to feel like you are worth everything that you feel, think, and desire to do. So emotional intelligence is exactly that. It's not about trying to find the best words. Emotional intelligence is not about trying to bring the best idea. It's simply just taking what is available and doing the best of what you can with it, and then expanding it however you can without destroying your sense of stableness, safety, trust, vulnerability all at once. So there's a lot of women out here that want an emotional intelligent man. However, emotionally intelligent man is not going to sacrifice his peace, which is where his heart and mind comes into centered gravity and be like, shoot, we are a-okay. You don't have to worry about nothing. There is no woman that's going to be able to gain a man that is in a space of emotional intelligence if that woman does not show what it's like to represent peace in her form and in the form that he can accept in his life. Because everyone are different. We all different in our own way. Like, yes, we are all humans on planet Earth. We share this planet, which is amazing, awesome. However, we are all different in our own way. We all have different names for a reason, different fingerprints for a reason, different ways that we speak, think, and act, all for a reason. And they're all placed together in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So in the aspects of emotions, your energy is in motion. Be intelligent with how you use that energy, regardless of what environment that you're in. I despise the term when people say I am a product of my own environment. That means you're willing to accept whatever your environment is giving you and you don't want to do shit about it. That statement blows me because you're not a product of your environment. You just chose to stay the same way. That's not being a product. That's you being stuck or being still. Am I mad at you? No. Am I disrespecting you for being stuck or still? No. I just want you to recognize that's what that is if you're choosing to tell yourself that statement. If you want to be a solution to your environment, if you want to be what's a better word for solution? If you want to be versatile for your environment, if you want to be transformative for your environment, that means you have to do certain things that align with those terms. If you're going to be the product of your environment, then what the fuck is your environment producing? You're matching that produce. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah. On to the next one. Organic intelligence. Now, organic intelligence is probably my favorite one because it has to do with literally your organs. Your cells come together, your atoms come together, and they have this wonderful teamwork, and they build this squad called an organization. And each organization is something that our body uses. And a great picture of that is this right here. Skadoosh. Organization. Without the brain, there is no body. Without the body, there's no brain. Without the brain, there's no body. And there's no body, and there's no brain. You get it? Cool. Now, let's break down this picture, though. You got the brain illuminating from the inside out, and you got, like, nebula clouds coming in, and you have the void of darkness. And another way as well, if your mind is very creative, you can even utilize, like, you could transform this brain emblem to an eye because there's the darkness around, and then you got the nebula, just like how your eye be. You got the pupil, nebula, the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. If you're here right now, it's okay to like the video. We just having fun talking about the different ways how you're greater than AI, and AI is just telling you how great you really are. And I'm just here to remind you of that with 6 different intelligence systems that you probably knew already, but you didn't know. We just talked about emotional intelligence. Now we're going to talk about organic intelligence. Organic intelligence is about understanding the systems that you have within your body, your brain, your arms, your legs, your heart, your gut, your back, your brain, your elbows. I'm touching my shoulders, and I said your elbows and your shoulders. Your whole being talks to you with small things that make you feel like, what the hell's going on? Like, for instance, I be having random knee pains, and I hurt my shin, as you see right here. From the side, you can kind of see like a little lump, just a little lump. And my goofy ass, I work at FedEx, that's why I'm a little sweaty or whatever. And my job 2-3 weeks ago on a Sunday, my goofy ass tried to run up the stairs real quick onto the truck. Excuse me. And my foot, because it was angled like this, when the stairs like that, my foot slides down and my shin says foul on the little metal ridge part on the stair. Nigga, that shit hurts. That shit was hurting. That shit was like imagine 4 scooters hitting your ankle back to back to back all at once. Imagine, imagine, twin. Imagine this. Imagine you walk outside, you getting mail, you turn left, boom, soccer ball to the nuts. That's what that felt here. That shit sucked. I'm not gonna lie. Now, when it happened, I'm not gonna say was I, because I don't want to do that. When that shit happened, I had my leg like tilted up on like the little I don't know what to call it, the shit in the truck. My leg like fizzed up a little bit, not like foam fizz, but it like my cells was like, help him out. That was my cells. My organic intelligence was doing its thing. And I'm bringing the story up because you could injure, let's say, your shoulder, right? And if you don't properly take care of your shoulder, other parts that's near your shoulder will start to go through pain because you're not taking care of this. It's like people who have bad knees. If you have bad knees, eventually you're gonna have a bad hip. Eventually you're gonna have bad ankles. Eventually you're gonna have bad feet. You feel me? And the greatest thing that I've been starting to do more recently when it comes to hooping and working out is recovery. Eating habits, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, okay? My eating habits is kind of goddamn. However, I'm working on it. And rehab, yoga, stretching, breath work, cold baths, hot showers, not too hot, but like hot enough. Cold showers, miss me with that. I'll take a cold bath. These things allows your body to be more in tune with the awareness of yourself, specifically your identity. Because here's the thing. People say they know their body, and they can only know their body just from the perception of how they understand and read their body, right? A great way to test your body's ability to connect with your awareness is if you close your eyes and do a head to toe scan and a toe to head scan. If you do that while breathing the process and breathing it back up, you will start to visualize like certain spots in your aura, in your body, that needs to be taken care of. And that could be the T's, working out, that can be journaling, that could be stretching, that could be crying, that could be going on a walk in nature. That could be so many, a plethora of things. It just depends on what your body has already experienced and whatever your body feels like is ready to experience, even though it's uncomfortable. It just now is up to the host of the body, the owner of the body, which is whoever, the person is, can utilize being this guy, right? This guy, right? I'm talking about shit. This nigga want to fly over. Damn. Point of the matter is, organic intelligence is about taking time to listen to your body when it's talking to you, because your body is a part of you. Without this body, there wouldn't be a you. If Jared wasn't in the body of Jared, then guess what? There wouldn't be a Jared. Does that make sense? Cool. So, organic intelligence. Each one of these, I'm going to do this for artificial, emotional, and organic now, so that when we go through moving forward, I can give a summary of each, all right? Artificial intelligence, number one. If you want to take one thing from this video about artificial intelligence, is this. Artificial intelligence is used to remind you how much of a creator and God that you are. Simple. Emotional intelligence is being able to take the moment that you are in, the way you feel, and the way you label how you feel, which is an emotion, is how you progress with the knowing of that feeling and emotion, and then how you express it to your environment. Organic, the way you're able to listen to your body's tones, your body's aches, the moment you're willing to listen to it, will give you the ability to learn a greater level of intelligence within your own body. Because guess what? The best person to know in this world isn't God, isn't the devil, it ain't your mom, it ain't your girlfriend, it ain't your boyfriend, it ain't your cousin, it ain't your uncle, it ain't your auntie, it's you. That's the best body you need to learn, is you. No cap. So, on to the next. Now we got Astral Intelligence. This is the second AI I was talking about. And this is actually a very, very similar picture. Very similar picture. The main difference is this middle part is illuminated with a kind of like an emblem of this same thing that's outside, but it's also inside. Astral intelligence, I can say, is also spirit intelligence. Now, I'm gonna say this flat out clear. I don't know everything. I just know how to express things that make sense. Okay? So when I say things, don't think, oh, this nigga think he know. He think he know everything. No, nigga, I just know a little bit of a lot, and I can make it make sense if you give me a moment. Thank you. So, I want you to understand astral intelligence deals with how your spirit detects reality and how your spirit detects help and lies. Help and lies. I'm gonna keep it that simple, all right? Astral intelligence is how your spirit picks up help and lies. Now, here's the thing with help and lies. Cool. Lies is two. You got lies. Well, nah, I'm gonna just say one. So I almost confused myself right there. Let's slow down. Your spirit detects the lies that other people say to you, even though their facial expression may say otherwise. That gut feeling, you know? Your spirit acknowledges the help that the world is showing you by the feeling your body gets. You ever experience something and your body has like a whole shiver? And like the shiver is right after a good moment or something that you know you talked about a week before, a day before, an hour before. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is what opens up the next like awareness gate. And this awareness gate is what a lot of people call the third eye. This is what I would like to call the inner knowing. Another word for this could be, I'm trying to come up with a new word just to be funny. I'm not gonna lie, because it is third eye and it is inner knowing. I'm just trying to be different and come up with something else, just to add, you know, my little pot of creativity into the word of light, I guess. So your third eye, which is the eye in between your brain, which is why this right here is illuminating right in the middle, because that is where your third eye resides. And a lot of people's third eye is very much, what's the word I'm looking for? It's frozen. Another word for frozen is calcified. Now, in order to unlock and transform your calcified mind, it takes a lot of unlearning what you feel like you've learned to help you out in life. You gotta unlearn some things to relearn some things. It's kind of like you don't really put on the next pair of shoes until you take off the shoes that you're wearing right now. You gotta untie the first pair of shoes before you put on the second pair. And a lot of people are so stuck on the first pair of shoes, they never really liked any other shoes. They've been wearing the same Reebok since 1942. They've been wearing the same Jordan since 2003. They've been wearing the same Adidas since 2015. Like, bro, you got other shoes out here that you can tap into that helps you unlock more of your style. In this aspect of this example, style means examples of awareness. Style can be how far your mind could reach when you are actually embracing the moreness. Ooh, hold up, the more of you. Oh shit, the more of you. Oh, that was deep to me because Moors built of Europe. You know what I'm saying? That was just that was a full circle for me. I ain't gonna lie. So I want you to take spirit intelligence or astral intelligence into this. You have to be accountable for how you think. You control your thoughts. If you don't want to, then shit, something's going to control you. However, I'm here to say you control your own thoughts. You just got to continue to do the things that keep your thoughts in a line. Think of your thoughts in your body like your thoughts is like your brother. Or if you're a girl, your sister. And it's your twin. Like literally twin for twin. Like the moment you came out the womb, that mind of yours was like, yo, we lit. Oh God. You like, bro, I just got here. Why are you yelling? We just got here. He like, man, dude, man, dude. He don't know any other words because, you know, he's just born. He's just saying the first two things. Man, dude, man, dude. You know what I'm saying? The body. The body is like that OG to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the body is like the OG when it comes to your awareness, because the body is what's being built the first 9 months, and then when the womb actually is like birth, the mind is an accumulation of all the processes that the body went through for those 9 months, and then it's active, you know what I'm saying, that at that 9 month period, or when the baby's born, because that was outside of the sanctum of, you know what I'm saying, is outside of the sanctum of a plural lifestyle, because, you know, mother, son, plural lifestyle. I hope that makes sense. So, but yeah, man, spirit intelligence, just be accountable for how you think, because every thought you have vibrates around the universe and in your body and in your whole environment. You want to be a product of your environment? Think the same way, my nigga. Hey, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go great places in your whole, you know what I'm saying, church and community. No judgment though. I hope you rise up to the top ranks. Now, if you want to be a transformative piece to your environment, if you want to be a solution to your environment, if you want to generate a brand new environment, guess what? You got to be accountable for how you think, because every thought you have plays into your future, and depending on how you emotionally attach to that, or depending on how your feelings are connected to that, which is your vibration of that future, that depends on how fast and how others in your reality are going to be either there or not there. Now we got material intelligence. Now, material intelligence, I ain't gonna lie, at first I was writing in manifesting intelligence. However, material intelligence makes more sense, because material, financial, hand in hand. When you think of material intelligence, in my mind, I think of things that make my body feels more alive. So for instance, when you have certain items, certain materials that allows you to get more into your creative self, you tend to do a lot more things because you've put yourself in that position. So I have two photos that I downloaded, because one looks like it's moving, and I'm like, whoa, this is hard. And the other one is like it's like a crystal. And I'm gonna explain both. All right. So this is the first picture. That shit like it's moving, bro. That shit does look like it's moving. It's crazy. Like, it's actually crazy. And then here's the second picture. The second one, all right? I want you to keep these two photos in your mind when I speak, all right? So let's go with the right one first. The right one is like a transparent, almost crystal that is in between the borders of the above and below, and it has stuff that's in the middle. So for this crystal, when I say material intelligence, you have a high and a low. You have a high and a low. Your body generates highs and goes through lows. Your highs may cause you to shine so bright. Goddamn, the moment the sun hits you, people gonna think your ass is motherfucking Frozone times the infinity of the infinity hand snap, and then like 4 gemstones from the marbles. Like you did, when your mind is on point, you feel like you outshine not outshine. It feels like you are the shining piece that allows the earth to live. That's how it feels when you at your highest. I feel like, you know. Have I been at my highest? No, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, nigga. Maybe that was my higher self that told me that. Never know. And then you got the lower self. The lower self still have its shimmers. However, the lower self doesn't necessarily try to aim or fight to get it to the position of reaching a level of intelligence within its low and within its high. So now this flower picture, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this shit had me like, what the what? Like it had me like, what? So first off, you got 5 petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you got this middle part. I ain't gonna lie, that joint look like the anatomy for coochie. I ain't gonna lie. They definitely do. They definitely do. Like okay. However, you ever seen a flower bloom from the concrete? I bet you did. This flower bloomed from its own reflection. Let me show you again. You see that reflection there? It's blooming from its own reflection. So if this is a generated position, this is a photo of a flower blooming in its own reflection, and then you have another photo of a prism that shines based off whatever light hits it, and can be able to float when it's on heavy water. It has a high position where the light is reflecting perfectly, and a low position where the light reflects a little bit. Here's what I'm gonna say. At your highest, everyone is gonna want to be around you, want to, you know what I'm saying, experience what it's like in your space, because your energy is contagious. And that's in good ways if you accept your energy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't accept your energy, then sometimes a lot of people may abuse you for the things you learn and know and understand, because you don't understand how great your value is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning that of myself. Like learning how to really, really dive into how valuable I am. I'm working on that my damn self. For real. Yup. So, for material intelligence, I want you to understand these 2 things. Your reflection blooms with you, whether you are blooming upward or downward or inward or outward. Your reflection is gonna bloom with you. Secondly, I'm gonna go over here because the light is turning on. Well, not the light's turning on. It's getting dark out, and I'd rather be in light than be in the dark. Because when I clip these, I want to be able to goddamn see. All right, so first off, y'all like the braids? Goddamn, the braids kind of smooth, dude. The braids kind of smooth, dude. Woo! Oh shit! Almost ran into that thing. So now we're on to the third one, which is soul intelligence. Let me make sure I'm right. Did I put soul intelligence? I think so. Yep. Soul intelligence. When you think of the word soul, you think of, a soul. And also the word you think of is like the sole, like the bottom of your shoe sole. The bottom of your shoe or the bottom of your feet is one of the most precious parts of your body, because guess what? How can you be at balance if the bottom of your feet ain't holding you up? So when I say soul intelligence, what I'm saying is you have to do better. And this is just me talking to me as well, because obviously who else is right here? Nobody. So soul intelligence is taking your ability to hold yourself up to the caliber of where you want to go, where you want to shine, and where do you want to experience the life you want. All in one, where you want to go. I'm working on trying not to be so like over explaining myself. I'm getting better at it. I'm just a little tired at the same time, so please bear with me. So, soul intelligence. Hold yourself up to your standard and find that standard if you don't know what that is now. And I'm gonna show you a picture of soul intelligence. Kablamo. This is soul intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And what's this soul intelligence? As you can see, it's a yellow being reanimating the sun, and then you got the colors of, that same thing around him, and then you got the blue, a little bit of pinkage around him. You are experiencing what it means to be a human. A manifestation of different colors of expression put into the manifestation of man. These two that come together makes a wonderful matrimony of so many things. Probably don't have a word for real. So, for soul intelligence, ensure you stand on uplifting yourself, because the more you rise, the more your soul's ability to experience what it is and what it means to live rise. All right. And then we got the last intelligence system, which is called ultra instinct or universal intelligence. I'm gonna show you a picture of that. Hold up. Hold up. I got two pictures for you for universal intelligence. You got the universal intelligence right here, and then you got UI, which is also ultra instinct. All right. So, one of the things that I'm learning continuously is being able to balance being peace and positive and chaotic and creative. These two can be used for negatives and positives. You could be so positive that you become an asshole for the wrong reasons, and you think those wrong reasons are positive. You could be chaotic and creative, or we can also say spontaneous and creative, but you're doing it and you're fucking up people's state of mind and being around you. You could be spontaneous and creative and still be yourself. So, don't. I'm on live. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Family. Don't worry about it. So look. Universal intelligence has to do with balancing and knowing your opposites. A lot of people say, I'd rather kill my demons or fight my demons. I'm facing my demons. I want you to motherfucking walk with them. Nigga, take their ass to the park. Because you gotta understand. I watched this movie a while back, and I believe I smoked when I watched it. And when I say smoked, I mean it made the experience more intense, okay? So, when I watched the movie, it had said something like, it was an experience, a war happened on a planet or outside of the planet, and then people got stuck onto the planet. They couldn't get out because of the dorm, and those who were on low frequencies when they transitioned, they were placed below. And because they were placed below and their frequencies were so high and lower vibrations, then guess what happened? They started to crawl their way upward because below was getting too crowded. So they crawled their way upward and became steams, kind of like a train. You know, you got the steam that goes out the train. Well, these motherfuckers was like a steam that goes inside of us, people. A lot of people have their own demons and vices and angels, and it doesn't necessarily mean that these demons are all here to cause mayhem and havoc. There are some demons that care about the earth more than angels, probably. Keyword probably. I don't know. So when I say this, I'm saying this because your weaknesses could be your greatest company when you understand that these weaknesses are linked to the demons that is inside of your company. Got it? Now, your angels helps you direct where your company can go. If you know how to direct and guide yourself, guess what? You know how to direct and guide your darker self, or your unintelligent self, or your goofy ass self, or the you that be acting retarded as hell out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got that little moments when they just want to be goddamn stupid and goofy. You know what I'm saying? And there's places and moments for that. I don't even feel like doing it. That's how tired I am. However, I'm saying this because that universal intelligence will allow you to be unified with your verse, your song, and be intelligent with how you utilize your highs and lows. The ultra instinct of this intelligence system is being ultraviolet, which is blooming with high energy, and being able to being able to take that ultraviolet of high energy and put it into a place where it can instinctively help those around you. Goku is a great example of this. We all know goddamn Goku, Dragon Ball Super, Z Kai, all of them. Goku has always been the guy that comes in later on and whoops the fuck out of the main dude. He made bullshit a little bit when he starts out, but when he gets actually mad, he goes crazy. So that aspect, I actually saw an Instagram video that was talking about Goku is the representation of spirit, while Vegeta means ego. Sorry, farted a little bit. Need to let that go. And the thing is, with Vegeta and Goku, any anime show that you watch, I want you to understand that the relationship between the characters and how these relationships between the characters is actually different relationships of what's happening inside of you. Like, for instance, the way Zoro's relationship with Sanji, that's like my relationship to wanting to quit my job, Zoro, and do my own thing and get strong as fuck in anything I desire. And that's that side. And then you also got Sanji, the one who's a hornball for everything, that is beautiful, walking with golden legs, or I'm gonna keep cooking and where I'm going and where I'm comfortable at because I don't want my hands to get dirty, but I'll kick the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to understand the balance, all right? Universal intelligence is about balancing your highs and lows. It's about balancing your highs and lows. And ultra instinct is how you utilize that balance in ways of your life. Okay? So this is a very long video because you are greater than, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, ChatGT, that motherfucker, which I do use. We use them. Let's not cap down. Like, we use them. I'm just saying your system is way more expensive than what ChatGPT is. You just have to remind yourself of these things. Even me making this video has reminded me the importance of these things, because guess what? When technology like your Wi-Fi goes down, you have 6 other intelligent systems you can tap into if you know how to listen. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth. So if you know how to listen with these 2, and you know how to see with your 3rd eye, 1, 2, and 3, and you know how to sense things with your nose that has 2 nostrils, then you can speak things into your life that could be helpful. So this is a very long video. However, I enjoyed every second of this, even though I'm tired as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're tired, still get up and do what you gotta do, because guess what? This tiredness may turn into something great in the future. Goddamn, when I clip this up, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I was cooking. I damn near don't remember half the shit I was talking about, because all I did was write out the intelligence systems. That's all I did. That's all I did. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, if you want to check out what each intelligence system looks like in its rawest form, in the best way possible, I'm going to show you. First, you got artificial intelligence. Then you got, hold up. Then you got emotional intelligence. Then you got astral intelligence. Then you got organic intelligence. Then you got material intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, wrong way. Material intelligence. All right? You got 2 versions of it. And then you got soul intelligence. Soul intelligence. And then lastly, you have universal, and then ultra instinct. So now that you have those photos, you have me breaking down things in a lot of ways. I hope you scream, all right, gang, shit, he said jump out. Bo was like, all right, you're done. Oh shit. Now that you got those, now that you got, a lot of what I've given you, hopefully those who listen in the future will be able to take these and learn something from it, because you never know. I want to get paid to do this one day, as far as like literally speak and share the things I've learned, and being able to show people that is other ways of learning outside of just a school, outside of just YouTube Academy. This is more like just freely communicating and taking the things I've thought of in life and things that were brought to me in life, and how I'm putting in a way where it can help other people in their lives and make it practical and easy for you to do on a day-to-day basis. No, I didn't give you like a ritual or no shit to work on, like a practice. However, I gave you different ways of how you can slow down and process the system of your body. So, yeah. Peace out. Love you. Like the video for more, subscribe for more. Share this to at least 3 people that you know if you feel like this helps you. Peace.